Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Haley, and I am Life Path 11 life coach, tutor, guide. That's what you would like to call me, and all-round general medium and mediator of life. I do have many hobbies and skills in my life. Among them is teaching both adults and children, reading, dogs and animals, spending time with my beloved partner Strat, hiking, and art as well. I love anything to do with design, creative writing, and many other various skills. I also am a full-time Swedish translator and narrator, and outside of that, I am also currently still teaching part-time and then running around also as a host for Airbnb and Booking.com, and also just being kind of a housewife. So I'm quite a lot. I'm also busy with a lot of projects often, but one of my favorite hobbies that I really enjoy doing from time to time when I feel inspired to is channeled readings for those who are meant to reach it at that time, especially if it's like a time that is quite special. So that's why we're here today. Because this August season, is quite special over the year of 2026. We are having not just a solar eclipse, but we're having 2 blood moons, and it's happening in a way that it hasn't happened since the year 1926. So it is pretty special, and so I thought to myself, you know what, I wonder if that's what's happened, what kind of messages are going to come through to me, because I get them super fast and sharp. What's going to come through, because I'm behind to it, what's going to come through about about what people need to know from this particular August, these particular eclipses and blood moons, how the energies around that and the times we're going through this month, spiritual awakenings and shifts, how that is going to affect or help you to become or be what you're meant to be going forward. So I know it's a lot, but this is just more of a hobby to me still, and I think maybe gradually becoming more of a skill as I'm also honing into myself now, moving towards my 33rd year, and I'm kind of entering a different chapter of my life entirely, to be honest. And what else I was going to say, I know that at present my channel is not yet attracting too many people. I've even had, I think now, several videos where I literally make a whole tarot reading video like this, and I get like maybe 5 or 6 or 7 people coming and watching the video, and then I'm like, okay, well, you know what, even if it was just one person for each pile that it hit, that's worth it for me at this point. But yes, time will tell. I have only received one spiritual message that came back to me over the 8/8 portal, which is that it's actually in my destiny for this channel to pick up over the next couple of years. So I'm really excited to see that unfold. Perhaps there's going to be some changes with myself that might also encourage this channel to become a bit more exciting. Looking into getting some better tech in the future as well. But at least for now, I do want to carry on, even in what are these early days of my channel, to share still poignant messages when they come through. And right now, at the moment, we're going from an eclipse into a blood moon, and there's all this blood moon eclipse stuff happening. So I really wanted to have a look at these readings. Okay, all right. So I'm going to start off with runology. Now, runology is, just to read for you, runes started about 1,800 years ago, and the runic alphabet came into being amongst the Norse peoples of Northern Europe. It was said to be a gift from Odin, the chief of the North gods. One of its uses was as a predictive device, carefully controlled by rune masters. The last rune masters lived in Iceland in the 17th century, and it was only about 10 years ago that runes were reintroduced for divination. Although slight variations exist, sets of runes on sale today are fairly traditional sets. They consist of 25 rune stones, which are occasionally only 22. I think my deck is 25, I'm not sure. I've just made all of them. And each except for a blank is marked with a symbol of the runic alphabet and made up of straight lines because it was easier to carve through straight lines and curves. So that is basically the story of the rune if you do not know the rune already or haven't been introduced to them already. Okay, the runes I picked for these 4 piles, I picked them with a lot of intention, just to start off. I just picked them with my eyes closed. What I sensed came to me and was the whole time with the intention this is going to be for the future for readings I'm about to do with certain people who are going to be drawn to them. And so I believe it's real. Could have been coming through before all this. That's why I did it before. Okay. And so we start with the first rune which came through for those who are going to be drawn to this pile or this rune for the pile 1, which is man. Okay. Okay, man is authority, consult professionals. Authority, consult professionals. So this could be somebody who is having a time of or perhaps you're a kind of a person who's coming into a place of authority. Perhaps you're becoming a parent, or you're becoming a boss of a company, or something is happening where you're taking now on something, a responsibility that you haven't before. Something like that. If that is resonating with you, please do go ahead and pick pile 1. We will be looking at timestamps just now. I'll explain that. Okay, then for those who are drawn to this, pile 2, this is rad. So rad is movement and change. If you are the kind of person who has witnessed or experienced a lot of movement and change in your life already, then this will be the pile that resonate is for you. Okay, the third rune is Deg, and Deg is face values, clarity, and success. So if you're the kind of person that has experienced a lot of success in your life, or even has a good eye for success, a person who can see things very clearly, or who aspires to see things very clearly, then this will be your pile as well. And then lastly, we have the pile for the rune for Gifu. Gifu, just give me a second. Sorry, I have to check these in the book still. It's gift and opportunity, that's right. So if you are over this portal, or maybe over this month, experiencing a lot of opportunity, or maybe even this year or whatever, like you've been experiencing some opportunity, some gain, perhaps there is something of importance or value that you're attracting or have, or I'm not too sure. But if this is like attracting you, this gift and opportunity rock, then please do watch this. Okay, so this is the runes that I picked for 4 piles that I'm going to be going through today. Why 4 piles when I'm literally only having at the moment 5, 6, 7 views per tarot or guidance video, is because I'm just having faith in the only message I've got over the 8-8 portal that my channel is going to, excuse me so much, is going to actually take off in the next couple of years, and I'm not going to worry about whether or not only 5 or 6 people are watching now, or if even these initial videos only ever 5, 6, because if it resonates, and that's good enough for me. So yeah, we're gonna start there. Okay, so how it works. Okay, firstly, I want to say if you have clicked onto this video of mine for whatever reason, and you are going to definitely sit through this and try and pick a power with me now, please do, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. And once you subscribe, please do also, if you watch a pile and it resonates with you in any way, please do hit a like on this video. Please note this video is also representing my kind of online page for my tarot guidance and tarot history. You're welcome to have a look at it. It is linked on my YouTube channel as well, for Haley's Healing Tarot, I think it's something like that. You can have a look at it, and please do try to book me for private reading if you need any private guidance at this time, or anytime I will be able to assist you. Okay, so how it works for picking. We start with the first pile, which is man, as we know. I'm going to hold the rune up each time. If you are pile 2, 3, or 4, you will have to manually now skip through this video until you find me holding up your rune like this. Okay, if you see your rune, sorry, I'll try and hold each one so you can really see it. Then go to there and watch from there. I'm sorry, that's how I'm doing it. Okay, so let's start with man, the first rune. Okay, this is why this was exciting me, because we're going to call in the guides and angels now of everyone who was watching, who's attracted to man right now, to assist us to understand what it is that these people need to specifically know now, going through this eclipse and blood moon second part of the season of August. What are they going to need to know? Goodness gracious. Heck with it, let's just take those cards. They were like two cards, two main cards. I'm just trusting. What else do these people need to know about this eclipse, and blood moon season? I'm just going to shuffle it up here, sorry. Eclipse and blood moon season, going forward from there. Journeys. Okay, well, let's maybe stop it there because I usually do 3 cards of power. Okay, so man, we've had 3 cards drawn. You can see them quite clearly, that's great. Okay, so man, pile 1, we're going to go through those. Okay, the first card we have here is the 8 of air. Oh, sorry, the 8 of water. And this is a positive state of appreciation, the attitude of gratitude, creating a positive environment, being prideful instead of boastful. It's a positive state of attitude and gratitude. I like it. I can actually really assist with this pile because I am also going through that one, maybe also man pile. What's going on with me at the moment is that I'm having an 8-year within an 8-8 portal. So when it hit that point, it didn't really have much impact for me this year because I'm having a personal 8 as well. So maybe that's not what's going on with you, but that's where I can relate this. Like for me over the portal, the only message that came through was to stay positive. I was like, okay. But perhaps this could be because now we're going past the portal, and even if you're not having a nature or whatever this is, like perhaps you're also going through something that you need to stay positive. And now after the portal, perhaps there's something that is going to shift and change in like a dark way over this eclipse. and blood moon period, like something that's going to push you in a dark way, even emotionally or spiritually somehow. It's usually when this type of message appears. And you're going to need to stay positive. Even if you've got to like use all your creativity and all your inner work to keep it going, just focus on the intention of remaining and being positive through this experience. Okay, the second card that came up was perception. So it's kind of funny because maintaining a positive attitude is actually very similar to maintaining a positive perception, basically, like a positive perception of reality. So it's not just about, oh, okay, I'm feeling positive. It's also about I'm seeing everything in a positive light. I'm seeing the world almost like with rose-colored glasses, so seeing everything in a happy and fluffier way. And by holding that perception, holding that positive perception, this is what's going to aid you going through your eclipse blood moon part of August. Then the last card that came out was the King of Water. And here, this is like safe harbor in a storm, letting go of gender bias, strength born. It's a strong man who's calm and protective, and kind of like a safety boat that's just kind of, if you imagine like you're inside a safety boat, and there's a huge storm and waves buffeting the boat, but you've got this safe boat that's just keeping you safe, and you're just chartering through that storm, and you come right out of it. So this is a message. This message is that over this blood moon eclipse part of August, man group, you are going to lock in your positivity. And with this locked in positivity and positive perceptions that you lock in, you are going to ride right through the eclipse unscared. That is your message going forward. Okay, and so thank you, Pal One. I'm kind of amazed. I want to draw a guidance card, perhaps maybe something, if there's any guide that you're going to need at present, if you've been in a particularly dark space, or if you are not feeling yet in a space of positivity to find it just on your own quite yet. If there's an oracle guide that would like to come through at this point to, a golden oracle guide that would like to come through at this point to assist this pile with their positive perception journey that's going to lock them in for their safety over the blood moon and eclipse part of August 2026. Aphrodite and a goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. I love this. Do you know why? Because if you're just busy trying to set yourself for the eclipse and the blood moon, and your whole message here is about creating a positive perception of reality and being positive and all that stuff, what better way to do it than to start like literally, physically pushing yourself into that space, or maybe like just dancing even in your own living room or even in your own bedroom with some music that you love to dance to or whatever. Or if you're kind of person who loves to like fling around with paint murals and art, etc., perhaps it could be that as well, right? So good luck, File 1, Man File. It has been awesome to read what you're going to be doing over the blood moon eclipse time of 2026, or whenever this reading meets you. And I hope you have a good rest of your eve or day whenever you're watching this. Okay, so we're now going to move on to Ragu, if you picked the rune Rad, then this is your reading. Welcome to this reading, pile 2. Rad is going to be so much fun to do your reading this evening. And we're going to be having a look at what it is over this blood moon and eclipse time that is so essential for you to know from your divine guides, from the angels at this point, for you to know going through that August time, any direct messages that need to be, or any direct message that needs to be told, 3-card sequence for this pile. Okay, so let's see if there's what is coming through for Rad, pile 2 for the blood moon and the eclipse time. Excuse me, over 26 August 2026. What is needed for that? Okay, I'm going to take a second to just double check that brand so I can connect with this pile again a bit better. Sorry. Just because I've just finished the previous pile and I might be a bit blown off for a second. Right, okay, yeah, that's right. You're the one that movement and change. Okay, alright, so yes, we are bringing in, what is it that this Rad, why is it that I gravitated out there and they're watching this? What do they need to know, excuse me, over the eclipse and blood moon part of August? Message that needs to come through, anything about this? There is something so strongly. It's like the wrong way around in the deck. Okay. Okay. Oh. Sorry, some deck problems. Okay, let's try this again. It needs to come through for the Rad file. 6 time. Guides. Just going to say, it's a very movie kind of a changing kind of a person. Is this? What is it? There we go. Okay. I had to move those cards to get you. Okay, let's have a look. Right, so Rad piles, movers and changes, welcome to this reading that we've just pulled out for you. Okay, so the first card that popped out was the Crone reversed. We will have a look at that quickly. She is a Major Arcana. And the Crone. Okay, so the Crone is a woman who understands her true nature. She calls you to be aware of your choices, to be unafraid to walk your path alone, a life of your own design, untapped power potential, a fertile and productive future, a childless state. Okay, so we basically know what the Crone represents, right? Especially in Dreams Tarot form. And I mean, she's basically just reversed. So, you know, when the Crone appears reversed, then it could be that you're just a little absent-minded at this point, or perhaps your mind hasn't really been on any esoteric things for a while, and you just clicked on this reading for fun, or you just clicked on this reading by pure chance, or suddenly just felt within whatever's going on with you at present, you actually still felt some kind of a whim and clicked on here. And you know what, if that is the case, then this is just warning you, though, that That in the reverse position, the sage can be somebody who hates being wrong, who prides himself in offering accurate. It's kind of warning you not to be a little one-sided at the moment and not to take pleasure in the suffering of others or the wrongdoings of others, because sinking to the level of the opponent, just remember that is not making you the better person, and you are just ending up taking on their karma and lashing back with the same kind of nonsense that they started in the first place, which makes you just as bad a person, which then stops the matter of who started it. It doesn't matter anymore. Like, it's being just bad. So, it's just to remind you to, over this blood moon eclipse time, to actually rein yourself in, if that's what's been going on, and just take a rain check on yourself. If you've been involved with a lot of different kinds of people recently, which could be if you're like a very changey, busy person, and a lot of those people have not been kind or nice people or right people, and you've just been lashing back a lot, it's a good time to just kind of take a rain check, and for once, like maybe even if it just starts off in the privacy of your room in your home, just take a reflection time and focus rather instead anymore on whatever anyone's done wrong to you, on what it is, where it is that you're at inside of yourself. Are you happy inside of yourself? And if you are, and you're reflecting then back on what those people did wrong, and then how you reacted, and how wrong were you. And try to keep in those memories now, reflecting more back on yourself. You're going to find your own answers. Okay, that's what I'm going to say for that. Okay, then we move to the Hero, which was the second card for the red pile. Sorry, I forgot this is fire. And it's just telling you to be optimistic and enthusiastic, to engage and stimulate all the senses, to give your full attention, to be focused and confident. So it is telling you that over this blood and eclipse moon season, this is going to be your time perhaps to shine. You might have more attention on you than usual. So this is perhaps why you're being called to really make sure that yourself is intact and yourself is reflecting what you actually also enjoy getting back from others. And as long as you're optimistic and enthusiastic and giving this experience all of your senses, you're going to really reap the benefits of the eclipse and the blood moon time, because it's going to recharge you in certain ways, and it's going to cause you to experience certain things that you wouldn't necessarily experience fully or properly or at all if you don't give it your full attention. So take that time to focus on the moon this eclipse season, and focus on it, and actually spend some time meditating on it, or even observing and praying. Whatever it is that is your journey while you're observing the moon and the eclipse over this time. Okay, so we then ended up with the 4 of water, was it the 5 of water, sorry, 277. Feeling alone and isolated without hope, consumed by fears and doubts, unable to see a way forward. Excuse me. The 5 of water represents feeling of fear, doubt, and hopelessness that can cloud one's mind and heart and give rise to confusion, misunderstanding, and anger. These emotions are often born of our own path or insecurities and can cloud our ability to see love that surrounds us. All too often, when we experience a moment of great hurt or loss, we can feel alone, as if no one can possibly understand the depth of anguish we are feeling. You know what, I can relate to that so much, because just to let you in on something that's been going on with me, like even over the last, let's say, month, not even, like I've also been doing that thing of having pockets of time where it's so silly because I literally live with my boyfriend, but having pockets of time where sometimes I'll literally just be taking a time out upstairs or in a different room, and I'll suddenly start finding my emotions feeling kind of flat and lonely in a way. And then I'm like looking at that, I'm like, but that's not who I am. Why am I experiencing this? Or I'm experiencing separation anxiety or something. And then I take a time with it. Instead of running away from it, I actually take a time with it and play with it by just how do I explain this? By just spending time creating in my own space, creating in my own imagination, creating by going inward and meditating, creating by watching whatever video, kind of healing video, or if that's what inspires me at the time, or as I said, going within myself, reading something that inspires me, or even praying and finding something that makes me feel rewired, or like in a space where I can feel myself again and feel unfettered by whatever it was that was seemingly troubling me before. And I don't know if that helps, but that's what I can say on that one. Okay. So, Rad's pile 2, this is your reading for the eclipse blood moon season. You do need to take a rain check on yourself. Perhaps you have already been having all that anger and frustration and weird stuff happening. You are going to be, as long as you do that, reaping great benefits over this eclipse moon season, because as long as you're focusing on it properly, you're going to really be feeling the benefits of this blood eclipse moon. And don't be fooled though, when this blood eclipse moon season comes towards an end, your old senses of nostalgia and negativities are going to return again. But don't despair. There are ways to actually, how we say this, turn your wounds into wisdom. And rechannel those energies, find new ways to create within yourself, find time to actually become your own best friend and spend some time reflecting and journaling every day. Journaling, I found, is one of the best things I love to do when I'm feeling down or lonely or sad, because it helps to make the issue a lot smaller than it actually was, especially when you reflect back on it when you're feeling better later on. So please do take all of these into account for the eclipse and blood moon season. Thank you, Pal, to Rad. For now, thank you. Okay, so we have reached now for pile number 3, which is, oh, better hold this up, which is Dag. Hello, Dag. Can you see me? Great. Okay, so if you are manually scrolling through the video and you found your pile 3 Dag, then this is going to be your pile. Welcome to this reading. And for this reading for Dag, I'm just going to quickly recheck Dag's meaning so that I can connect better with you. Face values, clarity, and success. Okay, so you're the kind of person who has been perhaps having to deal with a lot of people recently that you don't really know, and you've gotten really good at dealing with strangers. Maybe that's what it is, or maybe you're somebody who is learning how to deal well with strangers in your workplace a lot, and yeah, so that's why I'm thinking, because clarity, face value, and then success, it's all to do with work usually, and working with a lot of strangers. So if it's something like that, I'm not surprised. So we're just seeing what is coming through for you today. That is to do with this blood moon eclipse season for you. Now it's quite interesting because the first, sorry, I don't know if you can see, the first card that just popped up for you is the Destiny card. So something very much to do with your destiny is coming through over this eclipse and excuse me, and blood moon part of August, and is really interesting. Please note, even if you're watching this in the future or at any point in time or another year, it could still resonate. However, this is for the blood moon eclipse predominantly that's happening now in 2026. However, my guides will know if it's something else that's between you and them and your guides. I mean, guides, your guides that I'm channeling. Okay, so let's just focus on this. Okay, so what are we focusing on? Oh yeah, we're focusing on the cards. Let me just gather it here. What is it that today needs to know, outside the fact that this is their destiny, about the blood moon, solar eclipse time of, excuse me, of 2026. We did get something there. Okay. And one more card, please. Send the card. What is it that they need to know? Oh, we got 2 though. Oh, 3. This is getting hot. I usually only draw 3. Yeah, we'll keep these here. I'm not sure. But perhaps we might just read through those last 2 briefly as well. Okay, however, do keep in mind that this channel is just for general reasons. I like to give everyone a brief collective reading in these videos, and if you ever want to book a more in-depth reading or personalized reading with me, please feel free to do so by contacting me via my webpage, which is linked to my YouTube channel. Okay, all right, so we're going to have a look now at this reading. Destiny. Your destiny is to become whole and connected. Your destiny is to lead a life with meaning and purpose. Step inside and explore the heart and mind. Discover your gifts and talents. If you have watched my videos previously, you might know. If you haven't, you might not know. One of my I find my most spiritually enlightening or spiritually guiding videos I have on my YouTube channel is one I created over the 11/11 portal last year, 2025, November 11th. And I created actually that year, and it will be probably only ever that year, it will be used permanently. A video for aligning you to your purpose. So if you've been feeling like out of flow or out of whack or just a bit unsure or unconfident inside yourself, please do go and watch that Reiki video to help align you back to your purpose. And so it's just assuring you that over this eclipse and blood moon time, you're going to be solely going on a journey that is to do with your purpose, your high purpose, and your personal purpose. So something that is to do with you as a whole being, as a person and a spirit and a being that is here currently residing on it. Okay, and going from that, we're looking at now the 8 of Fire, which is 8 of Fire. Transformation through action, change on a physical level. It's time to act, giving something a new purpose. So this is important. It's already telling you that over this blood moon and eclipse season, you are doing something that is to do with who you really are, your true purpose, your higher self, and yourself as a complete being. And because of this, you're going to be able to not only know that about yourself, but it's going to be the time where you're really able to change things around you on a personal level, because remember, we are going through also a personal year 1. So it's going to be a time in this year, in this period, the eclipse blood moon season, where you're going to be able to transmute negative energies. You're going to be able to restructure reality around you. It does also warn not to be lazy. And not to be inactive. This is your go time. Go time. Okay, Dave Powell? This is your time to really shine and do what your soul is calling you to do on the world around you. Good time. I've had this time before in my life when I was younger at certain points, and I think I might still have them. Working on that with myself at the moment, but please, for you, this is great time. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why I keep just coming up with pockets of things of me, but I think it makes it more interesting. And here we've got your last card for the 3 pile. As I said, you're an unusual pile. We'll probably look at these 2 extra. But for now, let's just look at these 3. Then you've got the 3 of, excuse me, it looks like the 3 of water reversed. Yeah. This is tea. So, 3 of water. Is celebrate your victories, take satisfaction from your endeavors. So the 3 of water reversed appears in order to caution against weighing down a potential outcome with the burden of our expectations. Make sure your hopes and desires are realistic. So yes, it is telling you do have all this power over reality and to create and to manifest and to do stuff. But keep it within the boundaries of reality at the same time. Remember what is possible and what is actually just not possible. Don't start thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to create some purple flying sheep now with little horns coming out of their heads. Keep it in reality, all right? Make sure your hopes and desires are realistic and let go of those that are not. Free yourself of the binding nature and weight of unrealistic expectations. So yes, please don't get this now mixed up, please, with mythology and fantasy and I'm Harry Potter, I'm going to create. No, just try to think realistically, spiritually, what it is over this time that you're wanting to manifest as a humanitarian or somebody trying to, on a really grounded level, help real world problems or real world things that you've noticed that you'd like to realistically help through manifestation in a way that would realistically happen or take place, right? Okay, so kind of weird that you got 2 extra. They were I don't even know if they were reversed upright or whatever, but I will tell you what they were. It was Queen of Earth and King of Fire. Okay, we don't have enough time in these readings to go through this, so you're welcome to have a look at the meaning of Queen of Earth and King of Fire by looking it up on Google. Thank you. Okay, so thank you, Dave Pyle, and I hope you enjoy your eclipse and blood moon season. Bye-bye. Oh, I just tapped the wrong block. Oh, wait. Okay, so we are now on to the last pick a card pile, Gifu. If you are powerful Gifu, then this is your reading. And welcome, Gifu pile. I'm just going to double check Gifu's meaning so we can get into this properly. Oh yes, gift and opportunity. So if you're attracted to gift and opportunity for what you're going to be experiencing over this blood moon and eclipse part of the season, then this is your reading. And we're going to have a look at it now. Okay, so for Gifu pile, guides of the Gifu pile and angels, what is it that they need to know over this eclipse and moon season that is going to aid them in their journey forward or their personal journey, or just what they need to know as beings over this blood eclipse season. Is just a third card. There can be, if there needs to be. I'll just be shuffling a few more times. I'll just see if there's something else these guides could still add. Okay. Okay, just to explain it again, I had to do the same for part 3. Sometimes more than 3 cards come through, but because this is a quick general pick a card that I do for free on YouTube, I stick to 3. And I'll always show you what the extra cards are. Unfortunately, though, we don't have time to read more than 3 for the video reading. Okay, thanks for your understanding, cooperation, and support. And please note that if you do want to book a full-time or personalized reading with me, you can do so on my healing channel, which is linked to my YouTube in the description. Okay, all right, so back to it. D through powerful. This is your reading. And I just realized for the last 2, I didn't actually pick an angel guide or any for power 1. Perhaps they didn't need them with different kinds of readings. I'm picking up that I might pick an angel guide card for you though, for some reason. So let's do that now already before we even do the reading. For D3 pile, that's strange. That's the same goddess that came through for pile 1. But maybe that's because generally this is a goddess that's pulled on for those who need it over that eclipse season, which is fascinating. I'll be honest. Okay, I've never done a reading like this before, so it's interesting. What did I do now? Okay, so yes, you got the youth first, and I actually pulled this one recently for a friend of mine, so I know what it means. The youth card is representing independence and a new direction forward, and taking on a journey where you will be moving forward with a youthful vitality and independence, kind of like a child leaving home for the first time. And with the strength moving forward, you are going to achieve the result of the blood moon eclipse season. So going from this kind of like inner childly, independent form of like trailblazing and just moving through it in your own charged way, you're going to be going in the right way into this blood moon eclipse. Excuse me. As long as you do that and pay attention to the moon, I know this from the other reading now, pay attention to the moon and paying attention to the blood moon, and the eclipse, the solar eclipse and the blood moon, pardon me. So long as you're paying attention, so long as you're going into it from a pointedly kind of not childish but childlike and independent attitude of your own unique and newly cast mission in with paying attention to the moon and the eclipse, you're going to experience a shift in your integrity, which is a really awesome thing to experience, because integrity is our ability to from ourselves, that thing of like when the door is closed, you're still doing what you would do in front of people to make them feel impressed, but you're not doing it to impress anyone, you're just doing it because it's who you are and how you truly feel and are. So this is going to bring about the correct energies to help you to become more integrous. That's how I see it, because it's come out blocked. So it's going to help you to unblock your integrity, give you the right energies to go in further with yourself and to work more deeply on your integrity. So this is great to know when you're meditating on the moon. And the goddess guide that came through, same as for pile 1, is Aphrodite. And I think it's perhaps for all the piles, because I didn't even pull card, or wasn't called to pull card for the last 2. But yes, Aphrodite, because this is the time we can dance, create, make art, and do creative things that make us feel or be in the space we want to be in order to heal, in order to change, in order to reflect, and in order to move forward greatly after this Leo season. So thank you, Paul, for attending the reading. Thank you for everybody who joined this reading. And I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Further with love and light from me, from Hayley, here at Hayley's Healing Channel, YouTube. Bye-bye.